Hello, welcome to We Are Cosmic Nature, the podcast. My name is Kelsey, and I'm here to share with you insights and wisdom on the full moon in Libra happening on April 6th, what that energy is bringing to all of us, and especially those who listen and land on this episode. If you haven't listened or tuned in before, welcome. This is a safe, cozy space where we talk about, yes, astrology, that's kind of our guiding light, but astrology really encapsulates our entire life. So we dive into all the themes of life itself in terms of living an aligned, soul aligned life and being connected with your infinite beingness and discussing tools and supportive ways to do so. So we have a full moon in Libra, April 6th. And at the time of this full moon, we have the sun conjunct Chiron. So that suggests that this moon is certainly healing in nature. I mean, all moons would be, right? But full moons. But I think when the moon is full, it's illuminating. So we experience a realization or an illumination of certain energy. And what is this energy? Well, the sun being conjunct Chiron, it could be our own inner wounds, our self-limiting beliefs, anything of that nature would be cleansed at this time. We can cleanse that stuff all the time, but this could be a very sensitive full moon. I'm eager to see how this pans out. But when I think of a full moon and this particular chart for the collective, I think it's really beneficial. So some people's insecurities could be at the forefront, maybe running the show. It could show us who in our life is operating out of a wounded ego. And it could be showing you how maybe you're operating out of a wounded ego in the days, leading up to the full moon, for sure, maybe a couple of days after. So, if we practice self-awareness, we take note of these things and then integrate it ourselves or as best we can, or find a safe place to integrate that. And at the time, I'll mention this too, there is so the new moon, if you listen to the last episode, the new moon was had Venus and the North Node conjunct in Taurus, and the full moon actually has Mercury conjunct the North Node in Taurus and making a sextile to Saturn in Pisces. And I actually created just an open free astrology group. It's astrology support, but I specifically it's titled Saturn in Pisces because Saturn is the teacher and it's helping us to connect with Pisces energy, which really represents our infinite soul. So not that I'm only going to keep that group open for Saturn in Pisces, which is 2023 to 2026, but that was the inspiration. And it'll be a great place to connect with others and learn, because Saturn being the teacher, what are we learning right now? So I wanted to mention that because just looking at Saturn making a pretty exact aspect to Mercury rules communication. So maybe finding someone to talk about how you're feeling right now. It also, with this, I just love this. So Mercury conjunct the North Node sextile Saturn. I always pull a tarot card, and this really is about moving ahead on projects. Like Saturn is the builder and Mercury is like paying attention to the details. North Node is what do we want to like create? Like, how do we want to grow? Where do we want to move towards? What's new? North Node is like very new energy. We're moving towards something that was into a new territory. And this is about, especially with all the goings on that are happening in the chart at this time, but like moving ahead with confidence and trust and surrender and committing yourself to that plan and talking to people about your plans and just like embodying your plans. Like being about it. Like talk is great, but showing up and taking the action, and I say action because Saturn can be sort of tangible, and then Mercury in Taurus is very tangible, earthly, molding of the clay energy. And maybe because Saturn is in Pisces, maybe you're just like molding your vision. Maybe you're still just really refining your vision of what's ahead. But this also, you know, Pisces can rule our fears, especially with Chiron. Chiron is kind of a soft, tender spot. So finding a way to release your fears and maybe just talking to a friend about what you're afraid of. And, if they're a good friend, hopefully they are going to be supportive for you. And if you're looking for supportive people, yeah, let's all consolidate in that Facebook group or wherever we can. That can be one place where we can communicate about our vision for the future. Pisces really rules vision and imagination and dreams, and this is something that we're working with for all of us for the next 3 years. And especially with Sun conjunct Chiron and this full moon in Aries, it's like release any limiting beliefs you have about yourself when it comes to what you can create and what you can do. And trust me, I need to swallow my own advice as well. In terms of releasing fear and having confidence and stepping out. And I mean, I I'm anticipating March to be a good month to reorient and to refine and gather momentum um and just commit, like literally commit to this next chapter for yourself, for your family. Yeah, and with Mercury and Venus and Taurus at this time too, this can rule finances. Like I think maybe finance is a part of this conversation, and creating a steady solid ground for yourself and creating a plan that feels sturdy and safe and nourishing, especially with Mars and Cancer. This is all about creating safe space. So yeah, for yourself and for those you love or those who you're connected with. How can you create a safe space um and boldly and courageously move forward on something that sounds or feels right? And finding the tools to help you to get to a certain place, or finding the community to help you to get to a certain place. Very empowering, very exciting. Let that moon cleanse you of let yourself feel the feels. If you're feeling insecure and uncertain about what's to come and how it's going to manifest, how it's going to come together, that is normal. That is growth. And we can be okay, find okayness, or find a general sensation of okayness with the unknown. Now, that makes me want to just talk about the nervous system too. I think finding tools to ground your nervous system would be important at this time, and that can look like simple like nourishment of your body, cleansing your body, and focusing on well-being and getting outside in nature. They're so basic, utilizing the breath. I come back to these tools all the time, but I think with consistency and with trust and knowing that we have all the tools that we need in our own body and just learning how to activate and access them. So inspiration note, maybe I should have someone come on and talk about a few tools for nervous system. I think that's coming up as an episode in April. I brainstormed that months ago. So sounds like that's on its way to be recorded. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful, cleansing, refreshing full moon, and that you welcome in this month of April with just like new energy. Like Saturn moving through Pisces is like we're leaving the past behind, and not that it's like irrelevant, but we're creating a new future. And I think that's just something really exciting, painting a new painting, right? Okay. Happy full moon, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in.